With 20,000 deaths and counting, the nation's nursing homes are certainly in a crisis. 240 of those facilities are right here in North Carolina. Tonight, Channel 9's Mark Becker is getting a rare inside look at one of our local nursing homes to see what's being done to protect residents, in the middle of this pandemic. Mark.
Yeah, Erica, let's start here. Mint Hill Senior Living has not had any residents, zero test positive for coronavirus. That's certainly good news, but that's not to say there haven't been concerns. We heard from staffers, for example, who raised some serious questions. So the management here at Mint Hill Senior Living took us inside virtually to show us what life is like on the inside.
Well, welcome to Mint Hill Senior Living. We are in the lobby area.
It's a rare glimpse behind the invisible curtain that's isolated nursing homes since the coronavirus put long-term care facilities like this one on the defensive.
And of course, to come in, they have to sign. They have to have their temperature taken.
Marian Navarro, the director of marketing here at Mint Hill Senior Living, wanted to show us the view from inside their facility after we got complaints that critical supplies were lacking here.
So what are your concerns?
Several employees who didn't want to be identified told us the facility had run out of gloves, had no rubbing alcohol, and that some residents didn't get enough food.
Right here are the gloves and the wipes.
This afternoon, Navarro made a point of showing us a supply closet that appeared to be fully stocked with gloves and other supplies. And she had two residents who said they're doing fine.
So none of us are sick. If any of the staff members got sick, they stayed away from the place.
I feel safer here than I would at home.
But the threat posed by the virus is still real and still here. Two staffers here have tested positive, and management has watched as the virus has raced through other nursing homes, infecting hundreds and killing dozens. And Navarro knows they can't let their guard down.
We're blessed. We have not had to deal with what some of the other communities have had to deal with. It's heartbreaking, but we're in a good spot.
They're in a good spot, but they're not taking anything for granted. No visitors allowed in the nursing home, as is the case with other nursing homes in North Carolina. And certainly everything still pretty much, Erica, on lockdown here.
All right, so thanks to her for giving us that video tour. Thank you, Mark. In the meantime, anticipating a flood of lawsuits, at least 15 states have passed laws or enacted governor's orders to protect nursing homes. Lawmakers have even drafted an immunity bill in North Carolina. The argument is that coronavirus is unprecedented and that nursing homes should not be held liable for events beyond their control. Locally, Channel 9 has only seen 2 lawsuits so far filed in response to outbreaks at nursing homes. Both of those were filed against the Citadel in Salisbury. At last check, that facility had 144 cases and 16 people have died there.
Nursing home cases make up almost 1/5 of North Carolina's total number of positive coronavirus cases. Today, the state confirmed 11,848 cases now, and 430 people have died. South Carolina is now reporting 283 people have died from the virus. The state has more than 6,700 cases of COVID-19.